Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thanks for joining me today. I've got some very special people here with me today. As you know, Vergas is gearing up for the Redneck Holidazzle. It's November 22nd, and you're not going to want to miss it. I don't know how many of you were here last year for Redneck Holidazzle, but what you would have witnessed was just a lot of fun in Vergas. And I have some key people here who were part of that last year, and those people obviously are going to be part of it this year because they're here to tell us some about it. But first, I've got with me Mr. Redneck Vergas 2013, Anthony Solon. And now what I'd like to know, Anthony, is do you carry that trophy with you everywhere you go?
Pretty much everywhere I go.
Anthony, tell me about your reign as Mr. Redneck Vergas 2013.
Well, you know, when I stole the crown from, well, nobody because I was the first one, but it was a pretty important thing to represent Vergas everywhere. So I've been going around everywhere and went to the Olympics. Went to Dent, Nimrod. Yeah, that's about it. But I've been doing a few other things there, but got quite a bit of fame for it. So
now the parades. I know that normally candy's thrown out. What have you been throwing out for the parades?
Well, they didn't allow me to be in the parade because I misbehave. But I did go to the parades and I threw candy back at the floats, and that made it pretty awkward for everybody. But.
Anthony, if you had a platform for the community of Vergas for as being Mr. Redneck Vergas, what would that be?
Platform?
A platform, that means what do you stand for? What do you want? Not a platform like this, but I mean, you're thinking constructively.
Well, pretty much just a good time.
Good time? Yeah, and Vergas knows how to have a good time. Now, I know that you're going to be part of the Redneck Holidazzle for 2014, so we thank you for coming back for that. Absolutely. The Community Club thanks you for that. And I have with me Chris Thone, who is, she was the mastermind, her and Alyssa Caraval last year, behind the Mr. Redneck Vergas pageant, but they've come up with a new idea. It's kind of like you can't recreate what we had last year, right, Chris?
Right.
It was pretty good last year, and so we wanted to, she got her mind going and came up with a different idea, and I'm going to let you explain that, Chris.
Well, we're going to do the dating game, like what's on TV, and we're going to have Anthony as our bachelor and a few girls, and basically just reenact the dating game.
I don't know how many of you guys remember the dating game from years back, but you've got three or four girls lined up already chosen, correct?
Correct, yep.
Right. And I know sometimes some of the people, when we've been talking about the dating game and The Bachelor, they're thinking of the reality TV show, The Bachelorette and The Bachelor. It's not that.
Nope, it's the dating game where we actually have four girls, and we're not telling anybody who those girls are until the day of, and Anthony doesn't know who they are as well. Yep.
Sweet.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I like that.
What? How are you going to make sure that he is not able to tell who they are?
Well, we're going to have a wall in between them, and then we're actually having each one of them dressed to a character of who they want to represent, where they're from, and then we're going to have a voice changer so that he can't see or hear what their voice is.
How do we plan on getting the audience involved in this? We're still working on that, right?
We're still working on that.
Right, but I do know that you're going to want to be part of that, and the audience will have some play in it because that's what kind of gets everybody going.
Yeah, one of the rounds is going to be audience votes, so kind of who they think would be best to be a winner for him.
Okay, so Anthony, if you were to say as far as how you think this is going to go, do you have any future plans with it?
Oh, absolutely. If I just learned it's four girls and one of me, yeah, pretty good ratio.
Odds are pretty
there. Yeah, I like that.
The odds are pretty good for that. And so on November 22nd, when we get together, like you just heard from Chris here, we're going to be having that new event, the dating game. Anthony, you'll be our bachelor. And who do you have emceeing it?
Sean Day.
Sean Day. Sean last year was one of the guys that kind of kept everything going too, and so I think that this is something like, again, you are not going to want to miss. It's going to just be really a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of events going on, and I've got Julie Lammers, city clerk here. She's going to give a little bit of a rundown of those events.
Thanks. Yeah, one of our other new events is the Beer Can Sculpture Contest, which is one that we do need you to pre-register for. If you can register by 2 p.m. on Friday the 21st. And then if you're a resident here in Vergas, they'll be going around to everyone that's registered and judging your homes. And so the 2 top sculptures will be getting prizes. And you can get those registrations either at the city office or on the bulletin board outside the liquor store, as well as the cityofvergas.com website. So that's our other new event. We also have the parade coming at 4:30, and we have the registrations for the parade at those same locations. So all the information is available at the cityofvergas.com under the events tab, Redneck Days.
Okay. So we've got those events going on. Like the new ones that I want to highlight is the dating game, and the other one is the beer can sculpture. We do have the beer chase again, and that is going to be going on. You're going to want to dress up in your costumes and be part of that beer chase. There is going to be a beanbag tournament going on here that the Hanson's Plumbing and Heating have decided to sponsor. They're putting a little bit of a twist on it. Instead of the beanbag things, they're going to be having toilet bowls. I mean, Hanson's Plumbing and Heating, of course, that's what they're going to have. And so Rodney Hanson, mastermind of the Vergas history and everything, came up with the idea of calling it the Crapshoot. And so you can talk to Rodney about that name. And I'm not going to take any responsibility for that one. And there's going to be specials going on in town. You're going to want to come to Vergas early. I know all of the businesses are going to be open. Our restaurants are going to have some specials going on, and you're going to want to watch the parade. Think of some fun, innovative way to get yourself fired up for the Redneck Days and be a part of that parade, because the parade is always where you get people going and you get the lights going. Anthony, tell us what your parade unit was last year for the Redneck contestants.
Well, it was our motorhome. Yeah, I bought it when I was like 19. Pretty much the best thing I've ever bought in my life. So we kind of decorated that with a bunch of lights, and yeah, I lived in it for the rest of the winter up here behind the community center. So
but anyway, I mean, it was a lot of fun. That motorhome, I remember being one of the things that kind of led the parade, and it had all your contestants in it. So that's just a lot of fun.
And it's for sale if you want to call Andy Matzke. He'll take care of you.
Okay, and so then once you get done with the parade, you're going to want to come into the community center where there's going to be food. Vergas State Bank, the bar will be set up. The Vergas State Bank will be having some hot cider for those of you that just want to warm up, and then get yourself ready for some meat raffles, some beer raffles, and then you're going to want to sit back and just enjoy the dating game. And maybe next time we do an interview, Anthony, there'll be some wedding bells in sight.
I doubt it.
Okay, I guess that's his last word on that. But Redneck Holidazzle, November 22nd. Thank you, Julie and Chris and Anthony, for being here today. Thank you, Chris, for organizing, and Julie for having all those things out on the city website so that people can know to get their parade registration, then get their beer can sculpture registration, and actually the poster is out there too with the whole schedule of events. So Redneck Holidazzle, November 22nd. You're going to want to be in Vergas. You have a good day.